Let me now focus on what the SAF has done or will put in place to reduce the risk of heat injuries so that we can achieve zero training fatalities. Training and safety protocols were reviewed and advised by an external review panel on heat injury management. This was chaired by Associate Professor Mark Leong, who is a senior consultant at the Department of Emergency Medicine at SGH. The following changes will be put into place. First, a simplified protocol to lower the bar for immediate evacuation. Under this protocol, all commanders and medics across the SAF will evacuate every trainee that cannot respond to simple questions on time, place, and identity. The intent is obvious. This takes the guesswork out of the assessment and what the reason is, as this case showed, and imposes early evacuation as a default, as a strict training safety regulation to be followed. This training safety regulation is effective immediately. Second, additional methods to cool servicemen during training. For example, the Army will implement what is called the arm immersion cooling system. You immerse your arms. And this has been used in the United States and Australian militaries to reduce heat injury for all fast marches and route marches that are 12 kilometers and longer. Portable cooling methods, such as purpose-built cooling pads, will now replace less effective ice packs to be used on the spot. These will be implemented in phases starting from this month. There had been suggestions for wearables. The expert opinion of this expert review panel on heat injuries is that those currently available in the market are not effective for measuring core temperature. The Army will ensure, fourthly, the Army will ensure that our commanders and soldiers can better recognize the signs and symptoms of heat injuries. Lessons plans on safety will be improved, and the annual training safety regulation test will also include mandatory questions on heat injury prevention and management. Fifth, the importance of open reporting will be emphasized. Soldiers will be encouraged to use the hotline to report any unauthorized activities or violations of rules, especially during BMT and reinforced during in-camp training. Six, more opportunities for make-up training. The Army will encourage our soldiers not to push themselves beyond safety limits. If a soldier feels that he is unwell during any training activity, or if the buddy notices it, soldiers will be reminded to err on the side of caution, to stop and make up training another day. Seventh, more clinical exposure and patient contacts for medics to upgrade their skills in resuscitation and handling of emergencies. This may include periodic attachments to hospital, A&E departments, or to run ambulances. Mr. Speaker, we need a strong SAF that can defend Singapore, but it must and can be built without compromising the safety and well-being of Singapore's precious sons serving the national service. Corporal First Class Lee was an exemplary soldier who served with commitment and was well respected by his peers for his positive attitude. The loss of such a good soldier, like Corporal First Class Lee, is deeply grievous to us. It will take collective effort to achieve zero training fatalities. Each serviceman must take care of himself or sound the alert when his buddy is not well, or if regulations are not complied with during training. Commanders must be alert and pull out early those who are not coping and use another occasion to train. Zero training deaths must be the norm, and any mishap should be vigorously attended to by commanders to achieve this norm. Let me conclude by expressing this House's deep condolences to the late Corporal First Class Lee's family. The SAF has updated the family of the COI's findings and the actions that the SAF is taking to prevent recurrences of the lapses found. I assure all members that MINDEF and the SAF will do all it can to help the family through this difficult period.